Rob, so according to reports, B-Sample, Ryan Garcia's B-Sample, has come back positive for
Today?
Ostarine. Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts?
You gotta reap what you sow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta own that shit. There's no other way around it. You know what I mean? Whatever penalty comes, you gotta deal with it. My thing is I don't know. Ryan is possibly arrogant enough to not give a fuck about what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? And not care the type of professionalism he was supposed to be held to, and just just take it so nonchalant. That's what's gonna be the harsh part. But if this is what it is, then fuck it. You're gonna have to give Dev that a no contest. Suspend Ryan for the same shit you did the Khan, the same shit you did the Connor, same shit you did the Alicia Baumgartner. You know, you're gonna have to take that. But for his situation, I think his punishment should be a little bit more harsh, because he was so open with it, and knowing how he is, he's probably on Twitter like talking crazy.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that. So then, like, him doing that, it just shows character of who you are. So I think his punishment should be a little bit more harsh. You know what I'm saying?
You got some people that are still, I'm gonna say caping for Ryan, still claiming his innocence, but it's like a whole lot of, and mind you, I don't know, they still have to do the investigation, but then when you see the IV, and then now
that's what
now
really,
there's a bunch of different things that are kind of like piling up to where as though it's like, it might just be what it is.
Yeah, facts. The crazy thing is the interview that I did I don't know how long ago it was, but when we did that interview about the VADA, the fighters and the PEDs and everything else, people took that whole information into a different direction, where it was like I was defending Ryan. It was bigger than Brian. It was bigger than anything else. It was more like fighters do this shit for real, and some know about it, some don't. You know what I mean? And if look at Margarito, you know what I mean? When he got his hands caught up in that whole mix, he got the hands caught up in the mix that people were still defending him. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't no defending or anything of that sort. It was more like, this is the raw truth, and sometimes, there's people that do play the politics, do play the favoritism, do play the A side, and that shit's real. You know what I'm saying? That shit needs to be aware. But if you're gonna cape him and he get caught up, that's kind of like your girl walking in, you got the girl in the bed with you, and you pound caking, and then next thing you know, oh no, this is by accident. nah, bruh. That's not how it go. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he gonna have to read what he sell. Now at this point, he probably made enough money that he probably don't even need boxing right now. He could start doing YouTube. He could start doing them fights, calling out the UFC guy Sean. He can go a whole different direction, but because he got caught up with it, and if he is being nonchalant on Twitter, then I can't see this going in different directions other than him turning into an actor or some shit. Like he played like Clark Kent or something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's all about fan bases, right? So does your fan base hold you accountable?
I think they do. I think sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yeah. I think that goes for any fighter.
No, I'm talking about just in general. Yeah. Does your fan base hold you accountable? If your fan base is going to ride with you regardless, then what do you care? Like, I'm going to do the suspension, and then when I come back, shit's still going to be popping.
Facts.
So I feel like as boxing fans, they have a tendency to pick and choose when they want to be critical of a fighter.
Right. So you got boxing fans who are a fan of the sport that look at it universally. Then you got others that are the fan of the fighter, that no matter what happens, that fighter can do no wrong. Correct. You understand what I'm saying? And those are the difference of fan bases in the sport. I don't really like talking to those because they're unrealistic in specifics, and those are the ones that normally take 5 minutes out of their supposedly busy day to make a comment on YouTube. But you know what I mean? Like outside of that, like it does. Like real boxing fans can be universal and take either side in a neutral position and say, okay, did he test hot? Yeah, he did test hot. But at the end of the day, Dev still couldn't make an adjustments to that left hook. So it doesn't matter whether he did test hot or not. He lost because Dev had fundamental flaws. Now, did Ostarine really play a major factor in it? Yeah. Did the 3 pounds over couldn't play a factor in it? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you still sign that contract. You still sign that paper. You know what I mean? So there shouldn't be no bias.
I agree when it comes to that with the 3 pounds. Once you accept that money,
yeah,
right now we can analyze and say, you know, that's the reason, or that played a factor into the loss.
Yeah,
him being heavier.
Yeah.
But once you collect that bread, you can't use it as an excuse as the fighter. You took the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the Ostarine,
no, you can't.
I signed. Yeah, I signed to fight you.
Yeah,
I signed to fight you fair.
Right.
As far as no drugs, no PEDs.
Right. If that's the case, then yeah, you're 100% right, and I agree with you. You know, no one knows what they taking until they piss hot. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, even in the interview before, like even doing the IV rehydration, that's illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he showed it. Like it was like blatantly put out there. Now there's this new shit going around about Dev coming in 18% over the rehydration according to California State Athletic Commission. Some crazy shit like that. But bro, come on. It comes out now? Now? After what? How many fights later?
You got certain platforms.
Come on, bro. Like,
you got certain platforms pushing that, and I feel like it's to take, I guess, the spotlight off of what's going on right now.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, and like I keep saying, I say it over and over and over, this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. That's why I try to tell people, this shit has nothing to do with the fact that he beat Dev on being hot, or he beat Dev fair and square, or he beat Dev because he did, or Dev wasn't just that guy that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, Dev is still the more skilled and better fighter. He was just the bad. He wasn't the bad man. Yeah, it was just the bad man that night. That's all right. You know what I mean? Shit is boxing. It happens. True champions bounce back from losses.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, my problem with Ryan, bro, and I'm a big follower when it comes to this type of stuff. Don't try to use your religion when it's convenient. And that's my problem with Ryan. Like, don't try to say, oh, you know, God got my back and, you know, Jesus is king and all this other shit. And then every single time you get the camera put onto you, you acting like a fucking fool. That shit ain't cool, bro. Like, you the same thing Joel Osteen and all other people be flaunting. You know what I'm saying? You're frauds. That's why I can't. Look, man, I don't trust religion. But look, what I'm saying, at the end of the day, Ryan, he tested hot, 3 samples. One of them was negative, right? Wasn't the 19 some shit?
Nandrolone 19.
Yeah, that came negative, right?
Yeah.
All right, but Ostarine was in there, and it was 60 times his limit.
60 times the limit.
I would then fry him. You know what I'm saying? Fry him and do whatever you gotta do.
For me, when it comes to Dev, I still think Dev's elite. I still think Dev can bounce back. The problem is the society that we live in now. It's microwave, like quick reactions. It's like after Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier.
Right.
And Joe Frazier fried Muhammad Ali that fight. Knocked him down, had his jaw all big. They would have said Muhammad Ali was a fucking hype job.
Yeah. But that's the way it goes, though, bro. That's the way it goes, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people pick and choose what their favorites are. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, it just there's so many avenues of what they pick and choose, what to complain about, or what they think is foul play and what is not, based off, oh, that's my man. Like, how many, bro, anybody who's listening to this video, and you know friends that came from the hood and we grew up in poverty, how many killers you know that you knew were killers, and you sit there and say, man, that's my man though, like he cool. You know what I'm saying? So you still defend it, and then at the end of the day, when he get dealt with, what everybody want to say, man, he down at the heavens looking at us, man. What if he looking up? You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is like, it's just stop picking and choosing, and everybody's held to a professional standard when you're at that level. So if you're gonna be held to that professional standard, stand by it. You want to talk reckless? Well, what is he saying on Twitter anyway?
True, like I love steroids.
Nah, he said that.
Yeah,
this motherfucker crazy.
Then he's saying that, you know, basically they conspired against him. Just
so you love steroids,
it's
but
Twitter.
they conspired against you, huh?
It's Twitter, bro.
So we talking about Ryan acting like the dude from Split in the movie with all these multiple personalities, huh? I don't know. Listen, I'm just saying, if you're going punish him to the fullest extent that the law allows, and when it comes down to Dev, give him his no contest, bro. And at the end of the day, it was a loss. So the fuck what? Like, you know, I don't understand how certain fighters, if you lose, now you getting all butthurt because not everybody in the world don't fuck with you. Bro, it happens. There's not one fighter on this planet and ever in history that has the heart of 100% fans. Not one. Not one, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.